Hello everybody, welcome to the latest Worlds of ZZT livestream. Tonight we're going to be playing Daedalus Obelisk by MZ, which just came out a couple days ago actually. He got in touch with me about a month ago, not even, earlier this month, and he was asking if I could beta test this game, and I did, and it was absolutely fantastic, and I knew right away that I definitely had to make sure I played this again. MZ has been around longer than anyone. If you've ever gone to DOSgames.com, that is his website, which is an awesome site full of old DOS games that in the early 2000s I found a lot of cool stuff on. It's still kicking today. But for as far as ZZT goes, his first game came out in 1991. He has been around like the maximum possible time. This is his first game in more than a decade, but right now, pretty much the first and last ZZT games essentially were made by him. So let's see how somebody with a good 30 years of experience can make something really, really cool. Also, like the last stream, I'm using Azzy's really great Zeta emulator. Ideally, we won't be using DOSBox anymore. Lord willing. I'm pretty confident. I very much like this program. And you can see I got the HUD working with it, which was very conveniently as easy as changing the source from DOSBox to the Zeta executable. So you can just jump right on in. Is there a title screen? Oh, did the text stop scrolling? There's text on the bottom, but it's been running in the background. Let me refresh. There we go. Hope you enjoy the game. Press P to begin. Two things about this game. The first is that it's supposed to be played not with the regular ZZT executable. It's supposed to be played with a fan hack called CleanZZT, and what CleanZZT does is it gets rid of a lot of messages and sound effects, the most notable of which are for water. So since water tends to be used for shading and things, that means if we bump into water, it's not going to say your way is blocked by water and play a sound. It's going to be nice and quiet and no message, and that's essential, as we'll see, for this game. And the second thing worth noting is this game comes with a little map of the overworld, which I'm going to link into the chat now. So feel free to take a look at that. This game's got an overworld, and it's got a not overworld. And with that, let's take a look at this really nice game. Where am I? Holding his head, Eric sits up on his elbows as he glances nervously around the rocky cavern. Last thing I remember is going to the tavern for a grog? Did I just get really drunk again? Standing, he takes stock of the situation and decides it would be best to head for the light shining from what appears to be the cave door off in the distance. Yeah, again, important note, you should play this game using the included cleanzzt.exe file to prevent messages from water. Otherwise, you're probably going to have a bad time. Speaking of water, there's some dripping from above into a pool over here. A pool which shows our reflection when we stand next to it. And there's our classic water sound. But this water up here, nothing. You can use CleanZZT with Zeta. I mean, the obvious way to do it is to just rename it to zzt.exe, but there is a command line option where you can specify a different executable to use. Fun and useless fact, as he found out that his emulator is partially compatible with Kingdom of Kraz. Oh, he turned down the volume? That's a new one. Well, I'm gonna hit this fake water and see what it sounds like. Let me know how the volume is. But since it's a text mode emulator for basic 8086 assembly, Kingdom of Kraz kind of works on it, just naturally. Except it uses a lot of weird timing stuff that ZZT doesn't, so it doesn't run at the proper speed. But it is kind of weird that it's just randomly compatible. Anyway, we've got MZ here, who was awesome enough to be able to make it. And he got here just in time. It's a cage with an angry tiger inside. Just start looting this guy's house. Potted plant pot portion. Potted plant portion. Desk. Let's talk to the person inside. This is Virgil. Who the heck are you? And how'd you get in here? Sorry for just barging in. My name's Eric. Woke up in the cave beside your house and I have no idea how I got here. That's definitely weird. So, where am I anyways? You high or what? You're in Dagda. At least it used to be. With everything that has happened, it's hardly even the same place anymore. Dagda? Never even heard of it. How the heck did I get here? How would I know? Best people to ask would be the council. They run this place, or at least they used to before the cataclysm. The who? The what? The council is in charge of running things, but lately they've been trying to fix this mess. I've heard they've been trying some weird things, magical things, so maybe that explains how you got here. The cataclysm is the name we gave to what caused the land to turn to desert. Have the council explain it to you. Okay, so where do I find you? Go east from here until you get to the castle. You may also want to visit the town, it's just south of here. Thanks, well, I guess I should be off. Passcode for the gate is 4567. Eric remembers the passcode. Help yourself to some supplies from my closet. It's not safe out there. As you can see, I have a tiger in a cage over there. They're dangerous in the wild. My name's Virgil, by the way. Good luck and be careful out there. Some doodads and thingies. What's-its and upside down exclamation points or potions. More bottles of wine. Now we've got the dude's permission to raid his closet. How about now? I didn't even consider that I'd have to adjust my audio settings for Zeta versus DOSBox. So now we're free to leave, and into the wasteland. The game was created by Darren Hewer, aka MZ, during the time which probably could have been better spent elsewhere. It's a crazy thing that's been over 20 years since I last released the ZZT game. I don't think it was 20, because I just looked up that list. And yeah, the last thing before this is Parody, which says 2007. Oh, last full game. Okay. Yeah, Parody was a 24 hours of ZZT contest entry. Alright, I'll allow it. Gameplay notes, you have a maximum of 100 health. In dark areas you have unlimited torches. You should be using clean ZZT or equivalent so you don't get the "you're blocked by water" message. Watch for signposts. If you're keener, you may want to make your own map, or you can always reference the ping map file that should have been included with the ZZT file. I recommend taking some time to explore on your own first. Thanks go to all of the ZZTers in the past that I took inspiration from. There are definitely too many to count, although you may be able to detect influence at various points. In particular, I use a few things from the ZZT Encyclopedia. I may detect other references to other games. Finding reference to other games is like the game within the game. Also thanks to me. KevEdit was used for editing. Many thanks to Kev Vance. I hope you enjoy the game. Alright, let's go find the council. I do like this different signpost character. It's a pretty good one. It actually looks like there's things attached to it. I've never seen that used for a signpost, and it does make sense. Anyway, here's some lines. perfect accuracy that I'm known for. And the door is locked to this nice little castle. Which, hey, wouldn't you know it, the one odd plant out has a secret lever. Oh, oops. I beta tested, but I just noticed you spelled closers instead of closer. So, get ready for that 1.1 patch. As you pull the lever, you hear a clicking sound from the castle, followed quickly by one of the walls moving aside, revealing a door. It is a good castle. I really like the art here. Halt! Where do you think you're going? Hi. I was sent here by Virgil to talk with a council of some sort? What? You aren't from around here? No, I woke up in a cave nearby here. Oh. Oh. Okay, well, go and talk to Council Leader Janus. He's sitting at the north end of the table. This interior is also nice. I like the little red wrapping around all the pillars. We got those classic ZZT candles on the table. You're clothes. You're from the outside, aren't you? I guess so. I woke up in a cave, and I have no idea how I got there. Amazing, the magic worked. Magic. What's your name? Eric. Now could you tell me? Glad you could come, Eric. Disaster has befallen us. The life force of our land has been drained away. The wells are drying up. Many men went out, and nobody came back. You are our last hope. Whoa, whoa, whoa. First of all, how the heck did I get here? I woke up in a freaking cave. Oh yeah, sorry about that, you see. I sense a long exposition coming up. Is there a reference here? I do not know the reference here. There have always been rumors of magic in our land. Most people, however, assume that fantastic things like magic don't really exist. Turns out they were wrong. One day, a man appeared in Dagda. We don't know where he came from, but he called himself Daedalus and proclaimed that he was a wizard, practitioner of magic. Most laughed at him, until he cursed the trees, causing them to wither and eventually turn to stone. He demanded that people worship him and appoint him as their god. We refused. He cursed the land. A huge obelisk arose out of the ground. Just north of this castle from the obelisk, purple tentacles expanded throughout the land, as you must have noticed. Soon, the tentacles began to drain all of the life away, turning this place, which was once a lush green valley, into a dry desert. Strange buildings appeared, and other things became corrupted by evil. Daedalus resides in the obelisk to this day, as far as we know. We, the council who ruled here, have been diligently studying, trying to figure out how to perform even the simplest magic. We had some success, but most of our attempts failed. In one of the old tomes we found record of a prophecy, that when disaster befell the land, a hero would emerge from the outside, who would be able to defeat the evildoer. However, as you may have noticed, this land is now cut off from the outside world by Daedalus' magic. So we have spent days attempting to use the little magic that we have to bring someone from the outside here. We aim to transport them directly into the castle, but I guess our aim was a little off. Yeah, sorry about that. Hey, at least he didn't materialize in the middle of solid rock or something. So anyways, that's it. We need you to defeat Daedalus and reverse the curse. I'm no hero. Can't somebody else do it? We've already sent some of our own men, and none have had any success. The prophecy specifically states that it has to be someone from the outside. Can you trust some random prophecy? We have no other options. None of our other attempts at magic have been successful. Please help us. Well, I guess I have no choice. It sounds like I can't get home until I do. We know that Daedalus has locked his tower with 6 magical locks. Every magical lock must have a magical key, and we have reason to think there are 6 magical keys hidden around here. You'll need to find them to enter the obelisk. Why would he do that? We don't know, but perhaps we will discover the truth eventually. Oh, too long, didn't read. Search out the 6 magical keys, then go to the obelisk. I'll give you the key to our storeroom. Please take what's there to help you. It will be a dangerous journey. Drink the water from the fountain over there to be healed. There are other healing locations as well. Might want to visit the town soon. It's west-southwest of here. It also has a place to be healed if you need it. So we got some more stuff going on here. We got this poor scientist who everybody hates now that it turns out magic's been real this whole time. And there's some weird darkness surrounding the lands. It's funny, MZ, because I have no intention of going to the town just yet, because I want to get to some gameplay. The rest of these folks are just really excited that this whole magic thing works, since, you know, it's been a real shit show. Council used to govern. Also, I was an idiot the first time I played this and took the key and didn't actually bother going in here. Tip, don't spend all your gems, you might be sorry when you need them later. This message is brought to you by the infamous ZZT Society of Don't Forget to Save Incorporated. Thank you for taking the time to actually read the signs. I did just play this game like a month ago. I did not have any issues with my money, thankfully. So now we've got a quest. So let's go exploring. You can see this big old tentacle and a pyramid. That's very distinctly and clearly a pyramid. And definitely has always looked exactly like a pyramid. Whoa, I'm getting a very angry tiger. Oh man, how long until I actually miss a shot? Just playing this game perfectly. Oh yeah, there's like a nice little shadow on it. There's a mysterious X. Hey, 30 ammo. And we can see what they mean about the whole fading to darkness thing, because here the world just kind of stops. Now, if you pay attention, either looking closely at this board or using the game's included map, it lets you know that there is a secret here. I'm kind of already dancing around it, but there's this mysterious tile. It's a secret. I absolutely love these question mark boxes. I don't know, I think it's some like obscure DOS game probably. Dang. Alright, so there's the tentacle's head. Looks like someone's already been attacking it, and it's not moving. So alright, who wants to go inside a giant purple tentacle? Still loud. I'm gonna have to do an audio test afterwards, but I've got my audio set to like minus 11 decibels now. Let's try minus 17. Oh, look at how that centipede still stayed connected. That was some pro strats by it. Alright, let's check out this weird tentacle, because that's what this game is all about. So that little Super Mario secret with its side view kind of hinted at it, but straight up the way this game works is that it is a side-scroller. And you can't jump, and basically up above you like this is water, which is why the game yells about using clean ZZT, because otherwise every time I press up like I'm doing now, there'd be a message in the sound effect. So we do get to decide when we want gravity to happen. And the game is just about navigating these Oh, wow, I just fired way too many shots. There goes my perfect accuracy. Well, there's waters used because that way things can interact from above and the player can still shoot. There's switches to hit and transporters and all sorts of things. It's all very deliberate. And I missed the treasure right at the very beginning. I'm dumb. It is. This game is really cool, and MZ does a fantastic job adding variety to it. Like that first board was pretty basic, but like right here alone, it's gonna get pretty dynamic. It's getting more and more gross. Looks like the worm's heart is over in the center there. Maybe I can destroy it. Oh man. So firstly, we get danger because there's duplicators now. So there's going to be more and more centipedes slowly spawning in. We can see a part of the heart is exposed. We can get over there. Shoot the heart and its target moves. Now that we got these spinning guns open, it gets a lot tougher. And this is just a really nice, dynamic sort of fight. I'm doing a terrible job. You know, I didn't die at all playing the beta. So I think now I'm just overconfident because I'm like, yeah, I've done this before. And I went the wrong way, it's still at the bottom, not the left. Oops. Oh boy. I think one more hit should do it. Alright, there we go. That's our first boss down, and I'm gonna go run away somewhere and go get healing. Get our first magical key. Actually, I'm gonna go open this treasure chest I forgot about. And talk to this little worm. Looking for 6 magical keys to put an end to Daedalus' tyranny in this land. Tyranny? He gave creation to all of us, including us worms. If you destroy him, all of his creations will be destroyed with him. Well, his creations have ruined the world, so we have no choice. Oh, I don't remember this guy. Was he here? Was he always here? Dang. Cold-blooded. Alright. Meanwhile... Oh, hey, there's a zoo. We're going to ignore the zoo for just a second. I just want to get health first. Which I think should be pretty... Yeah, the castle had some healing, so that'll work. Then we'll check out the cool zoo. I do wish they would unlock the front door, now that I think about it. Okay, now we can check out this cool zoo, which has... This zoo has a zero tolerance policy for misbehavior. Following are absolutely prohibited: flash photography, shooting the cage's doors, genocide of animals or people, herbicide, regicide, loud shouting, loud flatulence, any flatulence, stairway to heaven, yo mama jokes, haberdashery. Thank you for your cooperation. Welcome to the zoo! This used to be a popular attraction, but since the cataclysm, there are creatures running around everywhere. Since people can just see most of these animals outside the zoo, it's not so busy anymore here. Please take a moment to review the rules posted on the side of this booth. This zoo may be officially out of business due to the cataclysm, but I'll be damned if people are going to go around wrecking the place even more. So yes, it is indeed a zoo of zero tolerance. So let's see what we got here. Get this poor girl who lost her ring. We gotta find that for her. Get some lions, some bears, some tigers, with a suspicious object in the corner. Another guy. Oh, a haberdasher. I do look good in this hat. But he won't let me actually buy it, unfortunately. Some python. Some ruffian. And, well, let's go help that girl out. Oh, well, there's still one tiger. There we go. Give her a ring back. Let's see, here's what she can tell us. So one day I was bored and wandering around that hedge maze thing when I saw a guy approach a group of 8 hedges that stand independently in a square apart from the others. He touched each one and a passage opened up. I'm not sure why I'm telling you this, but maybe you should check it out. Maybe one of the keys is in there? Don't worry, oh, come on. The zookeeper isn't upset with us. Whoop. The rules say no genocide. Is it really that hard not to kill all the animals? Somebody should send this to GDQ. So no more tigers. Oh, there's a sign over here too. Should check that out first. Let's see. Don't go north. There's an obelisk and the castle. So obelisk, yeah, so here's the obelisk. Of which we've got 1 key. 5 to go. Oh no. Hastily scrawled note. I tried my best, but wasn't able to find any of the keys. Please tell people that the tentacles are Daedalus' source of... We'll never know. The bloody body of a young man lies here. His satchel lies nearby with the monogram RB on it. There's, 14 ammo inside, which I will take. So the map is pretty open, but part of it you do have to remember is where the tentacles are. to figure out how to actually get to some boards, which get blocked off a bit. Here we get some couple of ruffians and another cave of sorts. Let's check this one out. And so we get our second dungeon. No, nobody's ran the Atlas program on it yet to actually make a world map. But it should be very much possible because it does connect quite nicely. That'll be something to do later. Yeah, this game is fairly stock ZZT in a lot of ways, and it does a really good job of it. Unfortunately, no, you can't drop down. There's no good way to do that since it's not empty space, it's like invisible water everywhere. And this kind of gameplay, like this sort of side view thing, I don't think anybody's ever made like a whole game out of it. The people have done boards kind of like this, but normally they're not very good. This one really puts a lot of thought into it, into the ways things line up. Like as we see with that thing up top shooting arrows at a wall. And this little bridge. Like it's just little details. Yeah, usually this sort of thing would be like an engine, and if this was an engine, I think it would be a lot worse, honestly. Even though we're still pretty much just using lions and tigers. And I'm very curious, MZ. Are these darts supposed to be a reference to like Mission Enigma? Because I definitely tried to catch one. Since that game has a terrible puzzle where early on in the game there's a trap and it launches like a knife at you. And what you're supposed to do is actually catch it, because you need it later on in the game, so you don't want it to hit a wall. But I guess these are just plain old horrible knives. We found the boots of firewalking. Now you won't be harmed by the lava that we haven't seen yet. And the last chance hot dogs before the obelisk. Don't miss our fine wieners. No others like them for miles around. Get them while they're hot. Hey customer, slap me silly and call me Sally. Hardly anyone comes out here anymore for a hot dog. Even my edgy rebranding didn't help. There used to be a tennis court right north of here. Can you believe it? How the hell did a foreigner like you get in here anyways? Well, who cares? A customer. So you want a hot dog? Health is 100% guaranteed when you eat one of our fine wieners. So 5 gems. This will be another healing spot, but one that comes at a cost. But right now, hey, I'm at full health. Look at this. We got some napkins, relish, mustard, and ketchup. Warning! Beware of ghosts. They've been sighted in the cemetery. Do not disturb the tombstones. Ghosts strangely look quite a bit like lions, but nevertheless they are ghosts, okay? Oh man, there was a side door? I never noticed the side door. There's another one on the left too. I was very unaware of these things apparently. Anyway, here's a dead body. Ew, a skeleton. Doesn't look like it's been laying here too long either. I wonder what happened here. Tombstone moves and a ghost pops out. Oh, here we go. Tombstone moves, revealing what looks like a piece of key. Oop. Okay, that first shot was accidental. I didn't realize he could shoot the skeleton. If you're expecting a bit of witty banter or being able to play with a skeleton, try another funnier, less classy game. I think Merbotia is a good one for that if you want to play with a dead body in ZZT. I gotta stop shooting this poor guy. Where's the rest of the key? There's the rest of the key. Oh, I didn't pick up the first half. Good job, me. And there's our little key jingle. Single, presumably working key. Let's move on to the next dungeon. The spooky graveyard. It's got some... I'm gonna just mute that for a sec. It's got some unkillable ghosts. They do play a nice little tune when you kill them, though. Well, attempt to kill them. There's some bombs, which are always good. And also this can happen. Oop. So I accidentally had that happen in the beta, and I was quite pleased that MZ did code for it if the bomb behind the duplicator gets destroyed. But that only destroyed one block at a time. I gotta get more bombs. Oh, I'm horribly injured. Wrong button. Horribly injured again. This doesn't go very good. It's just every time it gets hit with a bomb, it explodes. He might be having the walls farther in take multiple hits in total, while the first one, so 1, 2, and 3. That, or it might be once the first one gets destroyed, then the other one activates and can be bombed, which is actually a lot more likely. Okay. It's still very noisy, so I'm gonna keep the sound off in this one, because this is definitely a loud room as well. Which, in hindsight, I'm really surprised that Clean ZZT doesn't mute the object firing bullets sound or do something about it, because it's very loud when there's a lot of objects. So anyway, in this one, you can see a heck of a lot of stars up top protecting the key. And we need to block off these little arrows, which shoot bullets, which shoot other things, which activate the stars. You can see that's thinning out up there already. That was a close one. I just got... There we go. Wait patiently for these last few stars. How loud is this now? Eh. And we get our next key. Let's get the heck out of here and get a hot dog. And turn the sound back on. Oh, right. Desert Plinko. Let's do that. Step right up, step up and play the hottest and only gambling game in the whole area. Used to be called Forest Plinko, but well... Anyways, it's only 5 gems to play and you can win big, either more gems or ammo. Just press the button to give it a go. 5 gems per play, no refunds. Let's play some Desert Plinko. Uh-oh. Come on. Yes! 12 gems, first try. Got that jackpot. Let's see how long this hot streak can go. Uh-oh. Again? Ah. This game gives you way more money and ammo than you really need, so you can spend a lot of time here if you really wanted to. This is a cute little mini game, though. And I love the little colors on the sign down here. Ooh, can I get it? Another 12? Ah. Anyway, back to the horrible apocalypse that's occurred here. Here we get a weird statue. And the locked gate, I guess, and a red thing. What else we got? Can't do anything here. Oh, here's our starting board. So let's head to town since we still haven't done that, and that's super close by. Oh, I think we can take advantage of ZZT here and shoot through this tree. Nice. So that's what happens when your walls are also water. Okay, so we got a lot going on here. We got a jail, a bridge, and a town nearby. And whatever we got here, which is just a tiny little house and some actual green vegetation. What do we got? We got a guy who looks just like us. A visitor? It's been a while. You're not from around here, I take it? Most folk know not to bother me here. Sorry. It's alright. Just stay out of my crop of giant lettuce. It's hard to grow stuff now if there's hardly any water. I'm known around town as a hermit, I suppose because I mostly keep to myself. I do know things, though. Do you know anything that would help me find these magical keys and defeat Daedalus? I wish I did. Back when I was on council, I was a somebody. Now I do remember some old fellow on the council back then saying that there's a secret passage in the castle. I've always wanted to check it out, but I missed my chance. Not allowed in there anymore due to, some past unpleasantness. Do you know where the secret passage might be? I don't, and I don't know if I'd tell some stranger even if I did. Perhaps Janus, the council leader, knows. Ask him if you really want to find it. Thanks, I'll check it out. So, we now know that there's another secret within the castle. Oh, I wanted to investigate the candle there. Don't touch the fire. We can't go through there, that's all solid. This house is kind of a mess. I do love these messy houses. Everything is very yucky in this world. Probably on account of an apocalypse happening. Actually, I think it said the town was to the west. Yes, this would be the town. I can't take the cabbage or lettuce, unfortunately. It's walled in. There's nothing that can be done. Can't ruin this man's life. Anyway, there's a store. You can buy a lot of ammo. You can buy a smile from River City Ransom. We Smileys can't not smile, you dingbat. Can I actually buy? I never had 100 gems last time to do this, to buy the shrubbery. Dang. Why did you want shrubbery? They've all been turned to stone and are useless. Besides, I've heard that you don't need such a useless item to finish this game, whatever that means. So much for our shrubbery. Low-cost housing. Can't get in without the front door key. Graveyard up to the northwest is a scary place. You certainly wouldn't go there at night. Wonder what happened to the old gravedigger. He was the only one with the key to the crypt. I wonder where he kept it. If I ever meet this Daedalus jerk, I'm gonna kick him right in the nads. I think that bucket thing must be a reference to. Oh, my son Ronnie went off to try and find these magical keys that the council has been talking about. But he hasn't come back and it's been many days. I wonder what's happened to him. I hope he's alright. I'm so worried. Alas, we can't tell this lady that her kid is dead. That was his body we found by the tentacle head. And check out the pub. Actually, we can't. Since the brewery is on the south side of town, we have no more booze. And speaking of Zelda 2, we get our nice little healer. Gravedigger rarely left the graveyard like ever. What a creeper. There's a little bit more of the town. More houses we can't go into. This poor house that's like right on a cliff. What's now a cliff, at least. When the cataclysm hit, it took half of our house with it. We've been living in this tent ever since. At least we can continue working as locksmiths to earn some gems here and there. At least we saved some of our stuff. The Volkov's house was wiped out entirely, including the Volkovs. The worst part is that they borrowed our spatula and we'll never get it back. And some mysterious locksmith tools. I don't think there's anything you can do with these people, which is unfortunate. Especially since they're pretty much homeless at this point. There's also the hint booth. Are these free hints? Where are the magical keys? Yeah. So there are free hints. How to get into the hedge mage, the crypt, the pyramid, the red building, where are the secrets. So the game does help you out if you do get stuck. Don't worry, there's another tiger for the zoo. I'll leave this one be. Then we get this place. Which, hey, there's some actual water. Hello there, young man. I just picked up some water from the rock here. It's starting to run a bit low now. This used to be called Bay's Pond, but now we call it Butterfly Pond, because if you step back and look like it looks kind of like a butterfly with a thin stream in the middle. I keep forgetting that this water isn't ZZT water, and that it shows my reflection, which I love. Most of the water is either dried up or turned to stone. This small space is one of the few remaining water sources. So this board also has the second secret entrance, so use your eyes and see if you can find it. And sure enough, there it is. Oh, I just realized this is like not side-scrolling like the last one. If you really want to min-max, you can only pick up the gems when you're hurt, because they also will give you 1 health. But since there's enough free healing, that's not really an issue. What's down here? Oh wait, the tiger. Okay, so we got the jail, which has a tentacle running right into it. If you're here to loot the bodies, you're too late. I already got all the good stuff a long time ago. Don't worry, they were all prisoners anyway. They were dead when I found them. Don't judge me. Are you a thief too? No, Hey, I'll give a free piece of advice to a fellow thief. I would stay the hell out of that jail if I were you. Since the cataclysm, there are some weird creatures in there. It's like the prisoners have all turned into zombies or something. Thanks, Magic is some weird shit. God, you talk too much. So long, sucker. And there he goes, into the night. And now it's our turn. Whoop. A weird-looking guard stumbles out of the entrance to the jail. A zombie just came out of that door. The thief was right. Looks like the prisoners and guards are all zombies now. A hedge, presumably formerly green A leafy. So, zombies, like ghosts, cannot be killed. Looks like a rope leading to a window, but you don't feel confident your high school rope climbing skills are adequate to manage it. Oh no, that's right, you can kill zombies, they just take a couple shots. And happen to have keys to the front door. So now we can get inside. Get ready for the scary dark dungeon. This game does crank up your torch cycles. So basically, as long as you get here within like 3 hours of gameplay, you're gonna have an endless source of light. You gotta loot all the bodies, find key cards, and navigate this horrible maze. This is the Resident Evil remake everybody's been clamoring about. That was scary. This is what all that noise has been coming from. Little security system. Ah. Yeah, he does a fantastic job of mixing things up with these, and he really makes the side-scrolling thing work when I wouldn't have expected it to. You got a shiny rock. And that's all for the jail. Where haven't we been? Well, first I want to get more health. That's a new board. Isn't or actually the castle's like right up here, isn't it? Yeah. So let's go heal up in the castle, and that little girl told us there was a secret in there, so let's check that out too. I don't know any secrets, there's not even much left here anymore. I think one of those old dusty books has an answer in it. So we get to run around and check out all the books. I already played this game, so I know where to be checking. Close inspection, this book looks a little different. And what do you know? Oh, dang, Gate pays much better attention than I do. Girl was talking about the hedge maze, the hermit was talking about the castle. So this one here, I think, is my favorite dungeon. Also, when I was beta testing this, I had like no health left and was like, well, I'll go find the secret first, expecting it to be like a bunch of ammo or gems or something. So I went in here with like no health and regretted it. We get another new mechanic. We get pop-up spikes. Do not stand above them when the spikes pop out. It'll hurt. Also alarms that shoot stars, which I don't like, and yeah. I thought those were going to go down by now. That kind of stinks. So do make sure you wait before you run across those spikes. They're very deadly. Unfortunately, this time there's some alternate paths to pick up some ammo while we wait for those stars to disappear. Anyways, if you've been impressed by the side-scrolling gameplay so far, this is definitely the part to pay attention to. This room right here. Do you know the power you are dealing with? Who's talking? My master is terribly powerful. You will never defeat him. In fact, you will never get the chance, because now you will die. And we get a new boss fight, which is this amazing thing. You gotta shoot bears, dodge bullets. And yeah, it's that guy, Wham Bam Rock. You gotta shoot little fingernails. And once you shoot all the fingernails, the mouth becomes exposed. And you get to shoot the mouth and the little health bar goes down, there's a big explosion. And this is just like the best part of the game, I love this. I was so surprised by this when I first played it. And again, I'm being cocky and moving way too fast and getting myself killed for it. And there we have it. The horrible secret of the basement. Has anyone been counting the keys? Because I have not been. I don't think they say anything about this, like, oh, yeah, okay, I guess they do. Good job! Take another tasty drink. I think it's 3. I can head to the door, check. Yeah, it's pretty close by. I'll go make sure. I think it is 3, though. The gate will, yeah. Also, the gate in our chat will also tell me how many keys I have. Thanks, gate. Okay, so we've got... Okay, I know what 3 dungeons we've got left. Have we seen... I'm trying to think... I mean, I know there's the whole, like, lower right corner that we haven't checked out. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Let me go look at that map again real quick, just to make sure that I didn't miss anything that I forgot about. In there... Yeah, it's just this little corner left that's left. So where am I? Yeah. Okay, I know where we're going now. We've got the pyramid, the red triangle, and the hedge maze, which we still haven't seen, but it's also like right over here. I also got this horrible, infinitely lion spawning rock. And a bridge troll. In order to pass, you must give me 60 gems. That's this kind of stereotypical. You know, like a troll, a bridge, paying a toll. I don't care. Gems are tight these days, and I need all I can get. Plus, it's dangerous to stand here all day right next to the lion's den. Furthermore, it was a lot of work to build a bridge over the top of this freaking weird tentacle thing. Can you stop talking in all caps, please? Oh, sorry. Also, I'm not really a troll. I'm just, like, short and ugly. Now pay up. So 60 gems. Or we can slap them. Now the price is 1,000 gems. But now it's back to 60. He cannot be persuaded. Our only option is to spend $60. Can we keep slapping him? I guess not. Alright, anyways, here's our cool little hedge maze. After the cataclysm, a lot of strange things popped up on the landscape. This hedge maze is one of them. I'm trying to figure out how it works, but as the oak said to the logger, I'm stumped. And I was about to say, how come all of this is white and not like green, but then I realized that would definitely break the object limit since you only get like 150 things. We do get some cool chests. We get some free stuff. And like the girl said, if we touch everything here, sure enough, you can go into the hedge maze. Warning, spikes on the floor will hurt you really bad. So these guys right here, we do not want to stand on them. But there's some gravity. And we get to push these boulders on top of all the spikes. Can't believe I got hit by a ZZT bear. That's the most embarrassing thing. And yet another spooky, scary skeleton. Now we're almost safe to walk on all this floor. If I remember right, it's like 20 health every time you step on one of those triangles. So, don't do that. It's a short little dungeon, but there's our next key. 2 to go. Alright. And we're close to the pyramid. That was a low blow. Alright, pyramid time. Everybody's always excited for the pyramid. So it's a good thing we had those boots of lava walking, or else this would not be happening. The pyramid introduces elevators. Yeah, each dungeon in this game definitely has its own vibe. Oh, you're all in for a treat with the obelisk. And we also get some transporters, which are kind of like horizontal elevators, I guess. But not really. That's a bad comparison, actually. Lots of key hunting and backtracking. Just trying to figure out how to make your way through this thing. Oh, right. This one has nothing but blue keys. And you can only hold one key of each color at a time, so you gotta constantly head to this corner here. Yeah, this'll work. Oh, that centipede, that was a good dodge. Alright, we got a full health refill. And that's our pyramid. Ugh, again. I mean, I don't need it, but there's not much else to spend your money on. So let's get that ammo and heal up. I'm wearing a red dress. I do like, too, that this world map is big enough that you can still navigate it, but you'll probably forget where things are, or It was really fun the first time playing this, thinking that I had seen most of the map, and then realizing, oh wait, like I missed this board. There's still new stuff to discover, which is not something you usually get in a ZZT game. So now we get the final dungeon. We get to insert our shiny rock into our key. Hello, hello. And now we get to head on in. Well, unfortunately you miss most of it, but there's still this dungeon and the final one. Get the weird red dungeon, which has blink walls and paragraphs. And buttons. And these weird elevators, which you can't just go up and down, you have to go up all the way, and then you can go down. So basically the theme of this dungeon is hitting buttons to open up paths, and figuring out which doors opened when. Unfortunately, Tim Sweeney is very difficult to get responses out of, especially with old ZZT stuff. I think he just kind of like smiles and nods and is like happy that people still talk about it or make games in it, but listen, I won't be satisfied until there's a location in Fortnite that's just like the starting board of town of ZZT. I want there to be a bank and an armory and a palace just all right next to each other. That's the ZZT referencing I want. Yeah, that'll get me to play it again. We can hide in the roof board, nobody will be able to get through that. Anyways, the lights are back on. And now we get little staircases, which is cute. No more ladders. Also, I honestly don't think we've seen ricochets in the ZZT game that I've played on here, or at least for quite some time, but ricochets ricochet things like this. So you gotta try not to shoot yourself. There's this little shortcut back to the beginning. And it doesn't actually come into play here, but you can also use ricochets to angle shots like this. Alright, and with that, it's our last magic key. So now we're ready to go into the tower, or obelisk. I don't know why I keep calling it a tower. We also have 100 gems. So let's play one last desert plinko. Big money. Yeah. Oh no! I didn't know you could do that! That's great. I'm very glad that's in here. Now I really want to keep playing. I'm just too good at plinko. And I do technically need health, so why not get one last hot dog. It's a really nicely designed game. They're for hot dogs, plinko, and there's a store where you can buy ammo. There's the hint store at the bottom, but the hints are free. The only thing you really need money for was the bridge troll. He needs 60 gems. So, I mean, if you really get spendy, then I guess you can kind of get yourself stuck. You insert the magical keys. Alright, it's obelisk time. This is the point of no return. It's kind of loud. The point symbol is just my custom HUD, it's just your score. The game uses gems for everything that you have to pay for. The points don't matter. You get these very dangerous magical bats here. We're very noisy. Some one-way passages. I keep hitting the ZZT sound and not my microphone sound. And yeah, this does mix things up a little. We got our horrible spikes, we got our little hanging switches. Man, I'm off to a poor start. Because this is a long one. This is a pretty big tower. Obelisk. Obelisk. Game is called Daedalus Obelisk because you go into this person's obelisk. Now we get to climb the stairs. You should leave now. Before it's too late. I have more power. I like this one because it's one where you can very much shoot things from across the board and get away with it. You pull the string and instantly you feel the gravity in the room get considerably weaker. So sure enough, now there's zero gravity and it's just a normal ZZT game. Oh, yeah, if you kill something on top of a fake wall, it'll just destroy the fake wall when you kill it. But there's no programming there, it's just a wall. Let's climb some more stairs. I'll give you one last chance. I admire you for getting this far. That's why you're still alive. Our remix continues with more scary dark boards. Which are scary because you can have that happen to you. Yeah, that's the first time in the game where it's a side-scrolling board, but you get to like move around freely. Everything else is this sort of side view, with like one more exception, I think. And we're still getting new mechanics, since now we have to use sliders to push boulders, so you can push open new passageways. There's another centipede. And where am I going? Well, it's also got a custom torch setting, so basically you get like 3 hours of torchlight. I haven't actually had to press to light a torch, it's like as if one had already been lit. The 100 torches is just like an in case of emergency thing. If you really take your time playing, you'll have to start caring about torches. You can use something like KevEdit, which will let you set it. And basically, it decreases by 1 every cycle of the game. Every time I move a space, that's going to be 1 cycle. So you can set it to 32,767 cycles and just have a lot of time. And now I need to find the switch for here. Or no, this is the switch for here. I remember doing this in the beta version. Do that. So it's basically 10 cycles is roughly 1 second. Alright, no more stairs either. We get some flashy things. Health refill. 500 more ammo in case the game hasn't been generous enough. Uh-oh. No escape. So now we're committed. So you've arrived. Daedalus, I presume. I've observed your progress, Eric, and I am impressed. No one has even gotten close to acquiring any of the keys. Thanks, I guess. So you're ready to release these people from the terror that you've put them through? I have a better idea. I created the magical keys for a reason. I want an apprentice to train in the ways of magic and rule with me. You have demonstrated apt abilities. Join me, learn magic, and gain more power than you've ever thought possible. I'm not interested. You've clearly shown that you're evil by the sufferings of the people of Dagda. They brought that on themselves. They didn't recognize my obvious superiority and instead mocked me, master of the lost arts of magic. They are contemptible, the whole lot of them. They are people, men and women and children, who are now suffering. What is a man? But since you have rejected my generous offer, enough talk. Have at you. And now it's time to fight Daedalus. Two throw stars, which thankfully have shortened durations. And we get another really nicely done boss fight. He's gonna hop around sporadically. And And you gotta hunt him down fast enough before he teleports away again. I don't know why I went down that way. I was about to say I haven't actually checked if it's a pattern or if it's actually randomized in some way. That's something to look into. Oh, there we go. He's running away into the passage. Got another very pretty board. Now you're in the realm of magic, and I have the advantage. Prepare to die. I love the effects on this board. I hope it's not too flashy. And hey, it's our tentacle buddy. Are you ready to taste the full power of my magic? In this realm of magic, I am in control. And once again, we get a classic ZZT fight. We get to go side view. So he shoots a couple times and throws a star. Your attacks have no effect on me due to my magical protection. Prepare to die. Well, I mean, not too surprising, but he's gotta fuck up this tentacle tongue instead. You bastard! I've lost my magical protection barrier! Casting. Bears. So if I really wanted to, I could just pretty much stand still and do this. But that's terrible. Casting lions. I mean, I definitely have the ammo to do it. Casting ruffians. He's getting a little more aggressive with his stars. Casting tigers, I think, is probably what's left. No, casting attack! They're everywhere, they're coming out of the walls. At this point, you're probably... I was doing really well. At this point, you're probably better off just going for him and not worrying too much about getting all the enemies. There we go. How was I beaten? My magic. And reality is falling apart. Hey, over there. Buddy, we're closed. Time to go home. We don't care where you go, but you can't stay here. Ow, my head. Was it all just a dream? Empty bottle of Grug's fine grog. A spilled bottle of Grug's fine grog. Locked bathrooms. Daedalus, Dagda, trolls. What are you talking about? Some fantasy world you say you just went to? I don't get paid enough to stand around and argue with these drunks. Just let me clean these tables. Half-full bottle of Grogican. Dagda. Nope, never heard of it. You don't look so good. You better get yourself home and sleep this one off. Then we get some pinball machines, Mr. Shapiro, Dragon Woods, Code Red, Parody, and Dead Tonight. All a whole bunch of ZZT games, including MZ's previous latest game. Empty Glass. I guess it really was just a weird dream. Hope I have enough money for a cab ride home. I'm in no condition to drive. But wait! What the? My pockets are full of gems. So I really was there after all? Oh, what now? Don't think this is The Hangover. It is a very pretty board. Eric, you're back. We did it, and much more accurately this time. Guess we're getting better at our magic. Ow, my head. Stop teleporting me around, damn it. Sorry, but we had to at least give our greatest thanks for saving our land. Yeah, well, maybe you could focus your magic on something more useful to me, like giving me the power to summon cupcakes at will, something like that. Or, we'll keep working on it. What happened anyways? Last I remember, I defeated Daedalus, and I think the obelisk was collapsing? When you defeated Daedalus, his magical curse was lifted. The obelisk fell to the ground and eventually disappeared as the realm began to revert to its previous state before he arrived here. The magic spells that he had cast were undone, including apparently the one we had cast to bring you here, so he had to cast a new spell to bring you back. Great, so I'm back again? Yes, but don't worry, we can send you home again. We just wanted an opportunity to say thanks in person. We've learned so much more about magic since we brought you here the first time. Hope you can also learn how to use it responsibly. I hope so too. Now please go and join the celebration in town. The citizens all want to thank you personally. Thank you again for your heroism. When you rewrite the history books, your name will be there. Looks like I'll never truly understand the nature of the darkness that surrounded us, but maybe I never really could. Magic seems to exist beyond the bounds of what science can tell us. Science, after all, is a fantastic tool for measuring what it's designed to measure, but for some things, it's just the wrong tool. It's like trying to determine if a banana is tasty by sticking it in your ear. It's just the wrong method. It's a bit embarrassing admitting that something I thought didn't exist actually exists. I gotta follow the evidence where it leads. Can you go into the secret passage? That was my first thought too. Unfortunately, it's been nailed shut. We don't have a red key either. Yes. I love the shit show guy. He's my favorite character. Totally rad. You're a true hero. We're saved. Whoop. And they locked up the other. Now we can go through the front door. And right into town. There's a big party going on. I love how vibrant it looks now too. It's a really nice juxtaposition to the horrible desert wasteland. And there's some strangely square balloons. Everything is so green and lush. Balloons and or huge ass lollipops. I love the balloon strings. I'm enjoying my square balloon. Well is full of water. We can have a water balloon fight. It's the gem lady. Since I'm so fabulously wealthy, I'd like to take some of my many gems as a reward. I have so many gems that I won't even miss them. Now we got well over 1,000 gems. Congratulations. Oh yeah, also, poor dead Ronnie came back to life since everything got reverted. Hey, I made it after all. Thanks for saving the world. You'll have to teach me your techniques sometime so that next time I can be the hero. And the pub is still closed, unfortunately. There's our pal Virgil. Everything's saved. And nobody's buying any ammo now that there's no longer lions roaming the wasteland. And then to the south, a couple more here. Somebody who actually liked the desert. We got our spatula back. Oh yeah, the Volkoffs are alive and stuff. They no longer have to live in a tent and in fear of wild tigers. You look just like the legendary hero. Of course I recognize you. I was the primary artist who designed this statue. We know you used a gun, but it looks more regal and epic to depict you wielding a sword. A poor troll. Now that there's no more tentacle, nobody needs to use the bridge. Nobody wants to make a troll boy statue. Poor troll. Oh, hey, and a bear with a balloon. Don't shoot me. I'm a friendly bear. I'm just here enjoying the party like everyone else. Good day. I'm a bear. Not really. I'm an object. Some glowy decorations. And a shark. We are just kept out of reach of, so we can't get bitten, unfortunately. There's also talk of erecting a loser Daedalus statue down in the swamp, but thankfully it was outvoted at the council meeting. Do have a ton of ammo. Ooh, look at that! He's even smart enough to not actually use breakable walls there. Can't even wreck this party. And last but not least, the council. I can send you home when you're ready to go. And we are. Oh wait, I lied. I forgot to check out this little garden. Oh man, I almost missed the most important thing. Alexis Jansen's dancing bug. See a little white bug dance around on the ground. I never knew headlights could dance and sing so well. Glad I remembered that. That is yet another reference. I have no... I don't remember where. I mean, it's an Alexis Jansen game. I think Code Red, where that bug sings his little song and does his little dance. Anyway, now we can see the epilogue. And so peace was returned to the land. Eric returned home to his normal life, although things never looked quite the same again. Is Daedalus truly defeated? Will Eric ever be called to heroism again in the land of Dagda? Only time will tell. We got Forest Plinko, we got... I guess they're burning the dungeons. Last Chance Pretzels, and fishing in the now waters of Butterfly Lake. The end. Daedalus Obelisk by MZ. Thumbs Up Software 2019. Beta testing by Dr. Das. Thank you to all the amazing ZZTers who continue to imagine elaborate ASCII worlds. Secret areas found. Oh no, there's a bug. 'Cause we found them both. And yes, thank you for playing. So in the beta version, that passage back to the epilogue was actually broken. So I had to edit the game to see the ending and see that there were 0 secret areas, so I guess it's still broken. Whoops. Oh well, still. I think, yeah, see? You can see my high score. Good, it was good. How do I have so many more points? I don't know. Anyway. Oh, yeah, don't press escape in my stream. Don't do that. That was Daedalus Obelisk by MZ. It was a really cute little game that has a whole lot going for it. It really stands out. I can't think of any ZZT game that does anything at all quite like that. It had that really cool secret castle boss fight. Had lots of fun stuff. Spikes, elevators, transporters, lions, ruffians, zoo, hot dogs, desert plinko, cool magic. It was a lot of fun, and I'm really glad that I got to show this one off for everybody. And that's really all that's left to say. I'm just gonna drop a link right here since as the Zeta emulator has a web version, it is incredibly easy to just play this game for yourself these days. You can just load it up right there. And as you can see by my playthrough, it'll take you roughly 2 hours, give or take. This one's been going on for an hour and 50 minutes. So I hope you all give it a chance, because it's a lot of fun to play, not just watch. And I think that's about it. Thank you all for watching. We'll be back again in a week or two. I don't know what I'm streaming next. I had something in mind and I already forget what it is. So, until then, I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.